We are back here on Carolina Women with our friend Kathryn, and we're going to be talking fashion today. You have a rich and deep history. I think before we talk about what you're doing now, let's can you give us an overview of your, I guess, entree into the world of fashion?
Mm-hmm. Sure. Well, I've been in fashion for over 30-something years, but with the transition from modeling, fashion, print, runway, and television, and working on commercials and things like that, I started actually hosting TV shows.
Okay.
And my first TV show was a makeover show. They said, hey, because of your fashion background and your media, would you be the host for this show? And it was called On Trend. And
oh, that's a cool name. I like that.
yeah, it was extraordinarily rewarding, but it was very interesting when somebody submitted to have this transformation on camera.
Right.
We did from hair to toe to outfits and clothing, and this person, it's always, the clothes are interesting, but I really want to share with you, it's the backstory. Somebody has a personal story that they're not feeling all that great about themselves. They may feel they're self-confident, they don't feel like their body is looking good. They've just gone through a transition in life, through a divorce or a loss, or it's the emotional background of somebody who feels really upset about themselves, but they really want to feel better.
So you help people with a transformation.
It's a whole
fashion, but it's based on transforming someone.
Erin, that's really exactly right. That's a great way of putting it. It is transforming someone, letting them to feel better about giving themselves permission, as you are a psychologist.
So where do you begin? It's sort of like with design. You start with a piece and then you build from there. Is there a secret or magic to where to start?
From my perspective, I like to know the person before I even start with the colors and the image and that thing. There's a backstory there, and we have to figure out what that is. And because it's a lifestyle, it's an expectation, I have to make sure that whatever I'm going to do to help them, we meet those goals. And it's a lot of work. I mean, it's not really work. It's a lot of onus, but I love the challenge. Let's put it that way.
You had
at the end of
somebody that you knew that came here recently and is a transplant, and I thought it was a real niche. You're helping her transform to our climate, the new environment.
Yeah, let me tell you about Lisa. I think that would be a really interesting story in a nutshell. She came to one of my style and wine events, which we're starting to launch here on the island, so that's one thing we're going to talk about. But she came to one 10 years ago up north. And she's always had my card, and she's like, one day I'm going to come find you. And through her transition in life, she reached out to me, hey, I'm coming to the Lowcountry. We are building a house in Hampton Lakes, and I need your help. I want to transition here, I want my wardrobe, I have my career. And we went through her wardrobe, took out what's not appropriate, regardless where she lived. She just had to take some things out of her wardrobe.
You were talking about it like all suits.
Power mortgage broker.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and now she's
so we got
getting into her next phase.
Next professional phase as far as the clothes, and don't forget weight and changing and all that. So, and also it's been 10 years since I've seen her. So maturation. So everybody's, when you age, your skin tones change, your color palette changes. There's a whole evolution of people, of your.
If people are interested in getting help or finding you or chatting about how they can look their best, what can they do?
I think the easiest way is just email me. My name is Kathryn Mademann, Gmail. That's my bat line. I have all kinds of other emails through websites, but if you really want to interested, just email me. I would love to talk to you. I can help you, find your confidence, find your, that COVID world, everybody wants to shake off that feeling of what just happened to me. It's like, when a dog comes out of the water and they shake it all off. They want to, feel better. This is the time and place to do it.
They can start with tuning into Fashion Fridays and get a little segment.
Yes,
that's what I wanted before we go. Right. So WHHI, the first Friday of every month, we are going to have a Fashion Friday segment on the news. So we will be going along, I'll give some tips, ideas, bring in some fashions, and every month there will be something new. And I think the viewers are going to enjoy that, because everybody says to me, Kathryn, we can't buy anything on the island. And my words back, yes, I've heard that so much. There's no place to buy what I need, and I'm like, you just don't know where to shop. And so I get the fun of finding out.
We'll be happy to take style advice from you all day long.
There you
always
go.
look amazing.
Thank you. Stay with us. There's a lot more to come.